Hey, good morning, Women in Ministry at the national event. It's so good to be with you today. That's a great question that's been asked, and I'll answer it in two parts. Number one, as a called leader, when should I start pursuing credentials? Well, the important word here is called. If you feel God is calling you to vocational ministry, you'd be disobedient to ignore that, right? Credentials are not for the layperson who really loves God and wants to reach for more. Credentials are not for the person who is dabbling in church work and in a year you're going to go into something else and let your credentials lapse. Credentials are for the man or woman who feels called by God to give your life to vocational or bivocational ministry. Now, often people will ask, I'm called, but why do I need credentials? Well, you know, an accountant can get a college degree in finances, but when they pass the CPA exam and they become a certified public accountant, they are saying to their colleagues and to their clients, I'm recognized among my tribe as tested and qualified. When a law student passes the bar exam, there is now a code of ethics, a fraternity, a recognition by the courts that this person has prepared herself to practice law. So it is with ministry credentials. References have been provided by others who recognize the call of God on your life. Educational requirements have been fulfilled. Guidelines within which to live and practice are agreed to, and it sends a message that you are a minister. Well, who does that message go to? Well, the IRS, for one. You get a housing allowance, and there are tax purposes where you need to verify you're a minister. To the state office where you live that lets you apply for a license to officiate marriages. It'll give you access to visit hospitals and get into ICU wards. It will give you access to prisons, and it'll also send a message to people who are looking to hire a pastor that you are already credentialed with the Assemblies of God. Additional benefits to you are a covering and accountability and a fellowship, a networking together. It's a wonderful opportunity to be a part of the Assemblies of God in the credentialed family. So if you're called of God, you need credentials. The second part of that question was, how will I know when it's time to go to the next level of credentialing? Well, let me just say that I am a fan of being a lifelong learner, whether it's informally or academically or both. If we're not growing, we're stagnant. And the people you serve in ministry deserve to be served by a leader who is growing and learning. I've heard it said by people on the field, well, why do I need to upgrade my credentials? I plan to keep on doing what I'm doing all my life, and I have the credential I need for this position. Well, let me tell you the story of my friend Krista. Krista was appointed by our district superintendent to be on a committee, and then he realized that she was not ordained, just licensed. And so Krista had to be uninvited from that committee because she didn't qualify with her credentials, even though she would have been a great contributor. And so she, right after that, went ahead and got ordained. And shortly after that, Krista got elected to sit in the presbytery seat on that district level. And my own story is this. I was licensed. I was an associate pastor at a church, and I loved that role. I really never planned to do more than be an associate pastor. And my church didn't require me to be ordained. Well, district council was going to be held at my home church, so I started preparing for ordination and thought, maybe I should do this. I really think I was prompted of the Lord to do that. So right after I got ordained, my senior pastor surprised us and resigned. I got invited to serve as the interim pastor for about a year, and then God led me to plant a church that was parented by that church. I got elected as a district executive presbyter, and then 6 years later, I got elected as district general presbyter, and all of these required ordination. I had no idea that was in my future, but God did. And so here's what I would say to you. Qualify yourself beyond your present role so that God can use you in wider arenas as He chooses. In other words, as soon as you get one level of credential, that's the perfect time to start working on the next level of credential, unless God tells you otherwise. What will it hurt? In fact, it will only help to continue studying or to walk through the process of whatever is necessary to advance to the next level. And I would tell you this, If the people in your world are not urging you toward Credential, find someone in your life ahead of you in the credentialing process who can encourage you and coach you and be a champion for your advancement. One of the ways to move to the next level is just to be in touch with your district office and find out what are the requirements to advance to the next level. If you're certified, advance to licensed. If you just got licensed, there's a 2-year requirement until you can apply for ordination, so start now to prepare yourself for that. Know from your district office what the calendar dates are to keep in mind, and you take responsibility for your personal and professional growth. I would say to you as well, actively participate. You know, you're here in Orlando right now, so please don't go to the pool or shopping or Disney World while business sessions are going on. Show up, speak up, participate, learn, interact with your colleagues, and be a part of what's going on. At the local level, I would encourage you to attend your sectional ministers' meetings and your district councils. Volunteer for camps and committees for your district. Take advantage of the resourcing that your district provides for you as a minister. No need to get credentialed and then function like you're in a non-denominational tribe, right? If you're going to be in the fellowship, participate, make it better, leave your mark. And so I encourage you, anything we can do to help you at the General Secretary's office, just let us know, and make it a great day today. God bless you.